Welcome back. Well, we are discussing the pathetic roads in Murthy Nagar. There is this particular stretch that's completely dug up, and it has been in that particular position in over a year now. But you were telling us about how there is this JCB parked perennially all through, and you were telling us about how they will need another vehicle to come to pull that out, Mrs. Dharni.
Nothing could come.
So you were asking us that whether we have tried any effort to repair in front of our gates. The problem is we are not getting the labours to do the work because there is no safety for the labours. Because of the loose soil, no safety for the labours. And we are not getting the labours, and with the machines also, the machines are could not reach our place. So the reason is, see, you can see this picture. The
No, so
JCB
that,
itself
in fact, we
is,
showed that on air where the
but
JCB is parked perennially because it can't come out
that
either.
parking is different, but this is got stuck inside that mud.
So, Mrs.
Completely.
Tejaswini, at one point, it looks like there's complete lack of planning at every stage of the entire thing.
It's
So,
normal.
were you
Normal
supervising the entire thing all through?
No, actually in our ward, Ramurthy Nagar's almost 90% the sanitary works has completed. Only this Papama layout and one more layout, two layout are left. So here almost 80% is completed. Only this main road should be done. Because of this problem, they are making delay. But I have already suggest him to do as soon as possible. But they are now maybe they are assured me that within 15 days they will complete the work.
All right. So, 15 days. Do you think that will actually happen, sir?
No, we don't think so, because they assuring us from past 6 months same answer only, saying within 15 days, 15 days.
And even 2 years.
But when we ask again, they say no sir, because of some labor problem, because of the rock,
All those things are.
and more than that there is no proper labor.
But has there been any point, Mr. Pandurangan, when the work was completely stalled, where nobody was coming and doing anything?
Yeah, they see, for example, if you see this week, only 2 days they have done. That too 3 hours they have done. Then they left out for 4 days.
Now for last 3 days they are
They're
not
not,
there.
I think, nobody is here to take action, proper action, and even that engineer and supervisor, they're not in the spot.
Right, we have a Bengaluru joining us over the phone line, Mr. Babu from Mathikere. Mr. Babu, tell us, what is the situation in your area?
Actually, no, we have a problem in near Bell Circle, okay. There are two petrol banks, okay, near the Bell Circle, towards Bell Circle from Mathikere. Okay, they have dug up almost 1 month back, actually, to lay some pipes, actually, okay. So, and that water digging they have done, it is done on the footpath, actually, okay. So, we were forced to walk on the main road towards Bell Circle, okay, and all the vehicles coming behind us, and and we are not, and almost 1 month over, actually. Still there is no, the pathway is not, what are the digging they have done, they have done half the work is done, and the remaining work is still pending. And we don't see any progress at all, actually. We multiple places we used to see, okay, this is a contract, this is a end date, all those board, in the old days they used to put, actually, what is the contract value, when this contract will be completed. Here, we don't see anything. When we have to just pray ourselves when this contract, work will be completed, and we have to pray ourselves whether we will reach our home, whether we will reach the bus stop in safe, actually. Because I have to walk daily, I used to cross this road, and I have to walk in the main road, actually. It's really very pathetic, actually, there.
Right, you're not alone, clearly. It's one more, this is near Mathikere now. So many places like this in Bengaluru, but absolutely nothing being done. And that only makes it worse for you because you feel like this could probably be no action happening anytime now, Mr. Bhaskaran.
Pardon?
You feel like there is no action that can be taken because yours is not the only place. So many places in Bengaluru. In fact, we have been doing this particular series called Road to Hell, covering several places in Bengaluru, and yours
my
is
question
not.
also is the same. Why the authority is keeping quiet?
Exactly. Now we will try to get in touch.
Everywhere we are going and knocking, but nobody is responding properly. And they are assuring something, and still it is.
And it's not just connectivity that's the issue. You basic problems. You've got basic needs that are not met because of this particular road.
They had to call somebody, no?
In fact, even the scriptures say, knock and you shall get, but then we have knocked many doors, but we've never got an answer. So we're looking forward to it. I'm sure something can be done for us. and for the residents who stay in this area.
Well, let's see if we can get any action. We have Mr. Annamale, the MD of the contractor company that's taken up this particular job, connected over the phone line. Mr. Annamale, we are with the residents of Ramamurthy Nagar who have been facing a problem for over a year now. Why exactly has there been such a delay?
It's not any delay in it. It's actually when as and when it is getting cleared on road, then only we can start the work. So that is the thing. And you know that due to the variation in prices now, due to the escalation in bricks and everything like that, everything cost is going up. So we have to rearrange ourselves and do it. That is what is going on. And what we are doing is the clearance has to come. Then only we can start on each and every road.
But Mr. Annamale, it has been over a year now is what we understand.
Traffic arrangements and all the arrangements have to be done.
But it's been over a year now. You're saying that it hasn't been cleared and you started the work, but you had no problems doing that.
Every line, it's the whole project is there. No, it is. So it is meant for more than a year time. So that is what. First, the drawing has to be cleared like that. I'm talking about on the cumulative basis. And now we are doing it. We are already the progress is going on. There is no let up in the job as such.
Right. Mr. Annamale, we have the residents of Ramamurthy Nagar with us. In fact, they would like to ask you some questions. So go ahead, Mr. Pandangu.
Yeah, sir. See, I wanted to ask you, see, my main power line of my house has been cut. When I asked, they're saying, yes, of course, when you are digging road, this will be cut. And one day I didn't have the power. Whole night I didn't have the power with my kids. Your concerned person.
Yeah, I understand your problem.
Yeah.
Even when I am also in Chennai, also when we are going through this kind of infrastructure, we get into that kind of problem.
Yeah.
But actually, when we have to adjust ourselves to a certain extent.
No, sir, it is not daytime. It is a night time.
We have to. Wait. I have not completed it. We have to tell the electricity board. Then we have to come and give connection. We are
Mr.
also
Annamale,
having linemen who are coming and doing the telephone connections and everything, which are.
No, we get that if you do construction work.
When we are doing the house connections and everything, some problems is here.
Sir, no, sir, I wanted to ask one question.
But we are trying. We are trying a level best to have a person, electrical lineman of the department with us, all that.
No, but Mr. Annamale, we understand that when you do such work, there will be repercussions, there will be certain sacrifices that the residents have to make. But my question is basic. It's been over a year. You could have easily organized everything. So much could have been smooth now.
No, it is over the year means the project itself is more than a year it will be going on. You know that it is not just like overnight we can do anything there. It is cutting and we have to get the permission of police. Everything is there. You know, we are only doing a level best. Any infrastructure project, it is all depends on the other departments and everything. So it will take some time. So road cutting, each and everything, we have to go for a permission and do it.
So Mr. Annamale,
when we are getting an order, it is easy that they'll tell 1.5 years, 2 years. But actually, when you are going on to the reality, sometimes it is taking more time than what it should take.
No, so what you're telling us is that there's needed permission for everything. So in the initial stages of planning,
every department.
All right. So in the initial stages of planning, Mr. Annamale, you should have realized that we needed to do this, we needed to do that, because what we are being told by the residents here is that you didn't even know initially that there was a rock bed underneath.
What is that? Everybody knows there's a cable inside. But when we are doing the excavation, sometimes it gets punctured because they tell it is in 1 meter depth. Sometimes it will be in 500 mm itself, 0.5 meter depth itself. So we won't be anticipating that kind of things. So when we are doing the digging, sometimes it gets punctured. Because people, when they are the other agency, when they are laying, they would have not laid into the specific depth. Each and everything should be laid in a specific depth. Then we will not have any problem.
All right. Now, Mr. Sunil, you have a question to ask him.
Our line is, this is a connection between the house. Utility line will come on one end and your sewage, UGD works come on the other side of the road.
All right.
When you are crisscrossing the road cutting, sometimes it happens. Okay, if the depth of the cable is lesser than what it should have been, then our person when he is digging, he won't be knowing. But there should be some identification when the cable, above the cable, they should keep some, stone or something like that.
All right, Mr.
usually they keep a
Annamalai,
big
now you
car.
have given your justification, but some more questions coming in from the residents. Mr. Sunil, go ahead.
Mr. Annamalai, we've been living with these conditions for over a year now. Pathetic roads, mosquito menace, and then there's so many more problems. So when do you think you're going to finish this, and can you give us a time frame?
Something around 6 months it will go.
Another 6 months?
Yeah, it will go because I don't know which place you are in. It will each and every road it has to be cleared and it has to be.
All right. 6 months is what you're saying.
Sure because it is too big an area where we are talking about.
So, Mr. Annamalai, you're saying 6 months. We do have the corporator with us. When she spoke to you, you told her 15 days. So, if you could clarify that with him.
16 days and that, it is not 16 days and all. It cannot happen and all. There is a lot of areas still has to be covered. Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Just hold on, Mr. Annamalai. Mrs. Tejas, when you tell us exactly who told you that it will take 15 days?
One of my area contractor. What his name is?
No, it cannot be. I think somebody is misleading.
No, actually, talk to L&T
I'm talking about Krishnamurthy Nagar itself. It's a bigger area. We know what is we are doing there. And each and every place we have to connect it to the main. And some areas we are having issues also wherein they are not allowing us to work there. So we are trying to solve it out with the department.
No, so actually he has
promised me. Just a second, Mr. Annamalai. Mrs. Tejaswini will talk to you directly. So she's saying she spoke to somebody from L&T who's also part of this work.
Huh?
She's saying she spoke to somebody from L&T. Go ahead, Mrs. Tejaswini.
I have talked to...
L&T is a different contractor. They are doing a different place.
Actually, I have talked to Mr. What is his name? I am not recognizing.
All right, so Mr. Annamalai, what you're trying to tell us is that there are several corporators taking part in this construction work.
Yes. There are a lot of departments, there are a lot of companies. There are nearly 3 to 4 companies which are involved in different areas in Bangalore.
Sarvana has promised me to
we are doing
within 15 days.
All right, so now we do have the name of the person who said it will get done in 15 days, Mr. Annamalai. It was a person named Mr. Sarvanan.
Sarvanan, no?
Yeah.
He has promised me to do within 15 days.
They probably because of that, where they are staying, they would have told up that area. Where because each road, each point is there, wherein it's connecting. So he would have told 15 days for that point to be connected. But I am talking about the whole area. Murthy Nagar area. Each point can be connected to your section can be connected. For that, you would have told 15 days because he's in the
just a second, Mr. Annamalai. Just a second. Just a second. We've got one more query coming in from a resident here.
If he says 15 days, he would have told that where they are living at that point to connecting to the main line. You would have told.
All right. Just a second, Mr. Annamalai.
Completed and connected to the main line. Okay.
Okay, just a second, Mr. Annamalai. We've got a query coming in from a resident here.
Sir, Mr. Annamalai, sir.
No, sir, tell me.
My area is covering only about 500 feet or 700 feet totally.
Okay.
And the Edu Radila, they want to go depth of 16 feet or 17 feet. They are diverting that 4-5 roads, main road, that should be diverted to TC Palay Road, say about 700 feet length.
Yeah, okay.
10 feet depth they have to go.
Correct.
That to work, if you deploy
work at different area, different depth it will be there.
Okay,
and if you are coming under main line,
you are talking about work of overall Ramurthy Nagar.
Huh?
You have taken contract for overall Ramurthy Nagar, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. But this is a part only 700 feet to be done that work. Easily, which could have been done within 6 months. If I talk to you 2 times over phone, you please come to the site. Check up, inspect the site. We will, Welfare Association president is there.
This is which location you tell me that?
Our corporator is there.
Narayana School.
Narayana School.
Near Narayana School, Mr. Annamalai.
You are talking about, which is already said they have started digging.
Near police station, take my phone number, sir. Kindly take my phone number.
We'll contact him later and give him your phone
I'll
number.
ask him that concern Mr. Mohanraj to talk to you. You have the good name,
Sir,
please?
if you mind it, you can do it even within the 30 to 20 days. But only thing is you must deploy more machineries, labor, etc., etc. If you can mind it, you can do it. Only help the citizens.
Give me a good name, please. I'll ask.
My name is Subramanian. My name is Subramanian. I belong to Chennai only. See, we
I'll
want.
ask Mr. For consent for the head to come and meet you there.
You come and meet me, sir. I will help you. Give me more
No, Mr.
maximum.
Annamalai, it's very simple. These residents have done all they can. They've called in the MLA, they've spoken to the corporator, they've spoken to several contractors. As you've stated, there are others also. So each of them have given a different promise. They want a definite answer.
We also want to that you should not incur loss. By having taken the work, you should have. But whereas your site engineers are making lot of loss to you, that you are not inspecting because you are not inspecting the site. Things are moving differently. Well, okay, discussion may take place, but actual.
A person is coming there.
You come there, sir. You talk to me.
Mr. Annamalai, have you ever done a survey?
20 days as promised to your corporate, you can finish off.
On the 12th, our executive director was there to go around the area to see it. We are every 15 to 30 days, somebody will be visiting there and having a discussion with them. Okay?
Mr. Annamalai, have you personally been to this area?
Subramanian, can you tell me your number, please, so that I can ask
you please take
my
down,
person
sir.
to talk to you.
9632.
9632.
So we'll give him your number in a bit.
No, 1 minute, sir.
Mr. Annamalai, it's very simple. Have you ever been there ever? Have you ever gone to the area?
In fact, when was the last time you visited?
Please, madam, we are doing a job, and without going to the place, we will not be doing it.
So when was the last time you visited the area?
Wait a minute. At present, my colleague is the person who is in charge of this project. He is visiting on 12th and 13th. He was there at site. Yeah, he had a meeting with the department. So it is
Has
every
he
now
ever
and then.
spoken to the residents, Mr. Annamalai?
So it is not that we are not attending anything, just like sitting at one corner and doing remote jobs. These kind of jobs cannot be infrastructure jobs, cannot be done on a remote basis. So it is people are visiting the sites regularly and taking action accordingly to the situation of the site. Okay?
Mr. Annamalai.
Can you, Mr. Subramaniam, give me the number?
No, you know essence of the contract is the time constraint. 3 years. They have given you sufficient time of 3 years to complete the work.
Madam,
but now,
sir,
1 minute, madam. 1 minute, sir. You please hear me.
Mr. Annamalai, just hold on. Just listen to the question and then you can answer.
Sir, you have been given 3. You are
What is happening
tender.
inside and what is happening outside? You give me a number. I'll ask him to talk about this.
No, I want you to come to me and talk to you. One thing, sir. Actually, your organization may be. Sir, your organization may have different engineers.
Hello, Mr. Subramaniam, my Ram Prasad, my colleague will be, he is in charge of this site at present. He will be visiting. Okay.
Nothing is moving, sir.
I'll ask him to talk to you.
Okay, Mr. Annamalai, the question is simple. You have an in charge over there, Mr. Ram Prasad, who is, you saying, coming every once in a while. Has he ever spoken to the residents?
And has he stayed in our area?
This is not only when the residents meeting is there, madam. It is not that we can call for a residence meeting.
Not resident, corporate.
The department or the corporate person who is arranging for a meeting, then we can talk. And it is we are dealing with the department, and it is only the department has to talk to them. You ask them to talk. Wherever there is some issues which are there, we can attend to that. That is even the operator and everybody who is coming and telling us that as and when it is, which we can do, we are doing it.
Mr. Annamalai, it's very simple. These people have been having problems.
To me 1 year back, and even though I am not in this project. I am not attending. My colleague is only attending this project. Even in spite of that, I have asked my people to talk to them and make the arrangements accordingly.
So you can imagine the conditions here.
We are not avoiding anything. Can you ask Mr. Subramaniam to give his number again so that I can ask my colleague to talk to him?
No, that will definitely happen, Mr. Annamalai. But our question is very simple. Why hasn't anything been done? If you've seen the conditions, you know why these people are so agitated.
It is not you have to understand the terrain of the place, madam.
Mr. Annamalai, we understand the terrain of the place.
When we are talking in reality, they tell the 2 years we have to complete the job. But when we are going on to the field level, when we are doing it, there are so many issues which are coming up. So we have to do we have to solve each and one and do that. Because it is an UGD work. We cannot do the UGD work like what we are doing in water line.
No, we understand, Mr. Annamalai.
Water line connections to the houses. It is an UGD work. We have to see the levels, proper levels. It should be in a gravity flow. That is why. And there is another issue is here we are using stoneware pipes. Still we are in another 20 to 30 years behind. they are not changing that pipeline. Whereas we are doing in overseas also, we are doing UPVC lines like that, which is faster. You know that we cannot talk on the technical terms. It will go more technical because that is the reasons why this is taking so long.
No, we understand, Mr. Annamalai. We understand it's a tedious process. It's not simple.
When the depth is going, everything starts coming into the problem. Therefore, we have to take extra care to do the work. So
no, we understand.
Everybody knows that it will take time on that.
No, we understand it's a tedious process. We're not arguing with that. But our question is, if you knew, then probably you could have been more armed for it, because initially you started the work and then realized.
No, we are armed for it, but you know that we cannot put, it doesn't mean where 10 people can work, only 10 people can work. If I put even 20 people, nothing, it will not work there. Yeah, because
Mr. Annamalai, it's very simple. This kind of work takes place in several parts of Bengaluru, but you don't see it this bad, where residents can't get out of their homes, where there's a JCB stuck in the middle of the road, no vehicles moving back and forth.
That is what I'm telling you now. When in certain areas when we are using JCBs, so this kind of things will happen, because we have to complete the work and come out of it.
We see this in several parts of the city, sir. This is not the only place where this work is going on.
Every now and then this kind of things will happen.
Sir, it's okay if it's every now and then. This is a year now that we're talking about.
Still, you are not given the number of Mr. Subramaniam. I have to complete that.
Mr. Annamalai, we will give you the number. I can assure you of that. As soon as you're off air, we will give that to you. But we want to know, we just want answers at this point as to why there was such a delay. You are saying it happens every now and then, but these people have been suffering for over a year now.
No, here this is more than this is a project which is more than a year project it is actually.
Sir, Mr. Annamalai, sir.
Given extension times and everything whenever it is there, issues are coming up.
Sir, Mr. Annamalai, sir. I would put one question, sir. When you tendered for this work, some crores, whatever may be, when you tendered, you are supposed to look the site at first hand. Then only your rate you are furnishing. Sir, every contract,
no one will take the job.
Sir, every contract has
its
flaw.
Every point of it, sir, we are there and we have seen it. And but the issues always come up. Then we have to start with the engineers and then only proceed each and every line.
The work you must have seriousness in work, not yourself to be serious.
We are doing with the department and we are doing the job as good as possible. You give me a number, I'll ask the concerned person to talk to you. Okay? Thank you very much.
Mr. Annamalai, one simple question at the end of it. You see construction works, you're a contractor yourself. You would know the kind of work that happens in different parts.
If you had told me before what is it, I would have asked my colleague to be directly talking to you.
No, that's all right, Mr. Annamalai. We just want one answer now. It's as simple as this. Every part of Bengaluru, we see work. You as a contractor will know that this kind of work is normal in several parts of the city. Why is it so bad in this particular place and why so long?
No, this is not very bad in this place, madam. We have finished most of the areas. Still, that we are having only few kilometers to be completed there. It is so each and every road has to be studied before doing the job itself. So it will take time, madam, and that because it is very congested. You know, the lanes are very small everywhere. So and then we have to go and connect it, and sometimes we are what's that? Boulders are coming inside. We have to blast it. Some areas we have blasted it with control blasting, and we have given the connection. We have done our jobs as good as possible, and we are still doing it. Madam, it is not that we are not letting up or doing slow work. We are doing the best work at the space which it can be done at that place.
Right, Mr. Annamalai. In fact, before we let you go, you have given us more questions than answers by itself. But before we let you go, one final query from one resident here.
Mr. Annamalai, so we have been suffering more than a year with this bad roads. Now, just now you said that you have been taking care of this project. Can you ask your colleague to attend for the meeting?
Which meeting? When you
attend a meeting with the corporator along with the residents?
Himself.
Okay, you ask them to tell the concerned engineer there, and they will arrange the meeting, and they will come and meet you.
Because we never seen who is your colleague who is taking care of the project actually.
No, you tell us the time, they will come and meet you. No problem at all.
Now, how do we confirm that whether he is interested to attend the meeting or not?
You can tell the concerned engineer, executive engineer is there for the Murthy Nagar.
Sir, we're not talking about engineer, we're talking about your colleague who is taking up the project.
Ask the engineer to call for the meeting with the residents, so they will come and attend the meeting.
So along with the engineer, your colleague is attending, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Along with the engineer, your colleague who is taking in charge of the project, is he attending?
Yeah, you'll attend. You tell us the date and time, they will come and attend.
Sir, we are requesting you to inform your colleague to attend the meeting.
Executive director met the chairman of the water board.
All right. So what you're promising is there will be a meeting.
It is not that we are not meeting every now and then. There is a meeting there in the department, and the chairman is also meeting. So it is there.
Madam, Tejaswini madam, we can request your cooperation in this matter.
Sir, I
Just
request.
a second. So, Mr. Annamalai.
We are there to do the job, and we will complete the job, and a good work will be done. Just tell me the dates and everything to the person there. They'll to the executive engineer. They'll arrange the meeting, and you can talk to them. Okay?
No, Mr. Annamalai, one thing. Finally, if the residents want some sort of reassurance, if they want to talk to somebody, can they contact you? Will you give them answers in 6 months' time that it will be done?
I kindly understand, madam. Yeah, I am not the direct involved in this project. I am in the company. I answered you. This is handled by one of my colleagues. Okay.
Sir, exactly what you said rightly. That's why we are asking your colleague to come and attend for the meeting along with the corporator.
Whatever knowledge I had in this project, I was told that. Really, more than a year I am out of this project, but since somebody has given my number to you, so I was answering it.
All right, Mr. Annamalai. All right. So you're not directly involved in this project. We understand that. We understand you're not involved. So can you give us your colleague's number and name so that these residents can contact him?
No problem. Mr. Ram Prasad is there. I'll get you the number. I have to go back to the.
No, if you could give it to us, we will give it to the residents. So that's not a worry.
Wait a few minutes.
So, Mr. Annamalai, you are not in charge of this project, but you have promised that 6 months it will get over. All right, so that was Mr. Annamalai. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnan and telling us exactly what was the problem. So there you have it. So many promises, wild promises and excuses being made. We will discuss that and more. You can also call in and tell us the situation in your particular area. We will slip into a short break, but we will continue discussing the problems at hand in Ramamurthy Nagar. Stay tuned.